Mother always thought her children should strive for the highest place. But inside the family, with love and laughter, she knew how to put each of us in our place. She was ambitious not only for our success, but for our souls. From our youth, we remember how, with effortless ease, she could bandage a cut, dry a tear, recite from memory the Midnight Ride of Paul Revere, and spot a hole in a sock from 100 yards away. She sustained us in the saddest times by her faith in God, which was the greatest gift she gave us, and by the strength of her character, which was a combination of the sweetest gentleness and the most tempered steel. She was indomitable for all her days. Each summer for many years, we'd gather round at nights, and sitting at the piano, Mother would play Sweet Rosie O'Grady, the song that became her own special ballad. Just around the corner of the street where I reside, there lives the cutest little girl that I have ever spied. Her name is Rosie O'Grady, and I don't mind telling you, she's the sweetest little rose the garden ever grew. I love sweet Rosie O'Grady, and Rosie O'Grady loves me. When she finished, her voice would lilt, her eyes would flash, and she would ask if we would like to hear it one more time, and we always would. All her time, Mother also loved learning, and she was an excellent student herself. We still have a report card from Dorchester High School. In her 3 years there, she received 71 A's, 22 B's, and 1 C. I asked her about the C, which was in geometry. I sent her the letter. She returned it in the same stationery that I wrote it and said, "Your record must be incorrect, always A in everything." One spring, some years ago, when she was in her 90s, I took her on Good Friday to the 3 hours of devotion. But the nurse warned me in advance that Mother had to eat, so we would have to leave after only an hour. At 1 o'clock, I whispered, "Mother, it's time to go." She looked at me and sternly said, "Not yet, Teddy." So I asked her a second time, and her answer came in a tone that was distinctly not a whisper. "Teddy, the service is not over yet." By now, the congregation was discreetly staring at us and clearly thinking, "See, he's trying to get her out of church early, but that sainted mother of his, isn't she wonderful? She just won't let him." Later that night, Mother and I'd said the rosary, as she did every night, by herself or with any of her children or grandchildren who happened to be home. In the Kennedy family, you learn the glorious, sorrowful, joyous mysteries at a very early age. You learn just as early how to catch a pass or sail a boat or serve a tennis ball. All her life, Mother was interested in our games. The summer she turned 101, I went into her room and showed her